Hey guys, what is going on? This is Ip of RageQuitTV. Gonna be casting a game between EG.Machine and In Control's fiance, Anna Prosser. Of course, not really her. This is a Smurf not affiliated with EG at all. If it was, well, they would be kicked out of EG for saying this. Anyways, I believe this is Major, also known as Wendy, also known as Taryn, also known as Brittany, also known as Kitty, who also known as, well, the list does go on. A free name change did come out, and I think Anna Prosser is one of the names he changed one of his many Smurfs to. If you're not sure who Major is, I would rank him as the top 3 foreign Terrans. Well, actually, I think he's the best foreign Terran right now, followed by Kaz, followed by the Muslim. But besides that, he is ranked 127th currently on Grandmaster on Korea, and that's not as Terran, guys. That is as random. Of course, Terran is his main, but when he ladders for fun, apparently he likes playing as random, as that is the most played race on his account. And he is in Grandmaster of Korea. That is very impressive. And before he went to random, I think he was like top 10 as Terran. I'm not 100% positive on that. We do have him going against Machine. Machine going to go out to scout at 13 supply. And Major looks like he is going to be building a barracks down here. And again, not 100% positive this is Major. They do play very similar. I watched a few games before this one of this account, Anna Prosser. They all do the same thing, doing SCVs on 1 and 2 when they just play around in the beginning, and also at the very start of the game they hotkey their command center 1 to 0, and then later on they will do 5 as barracks, 6 as factory, 7 as starport, and 1 and 2 will be the Army Marines, mainly being on 1 and Mech being on 2. We do have Machine poking away at this SCV, and that will stop the 2 racks from coming just because it is going to delay it so much. We do have Major, though, going to be putting another SCV building that barracks, so it is delayed by about 15 seconds. Doesn't sound like a lot, but at this level of play, that is enough to make the 2 racks pretty much obsolete. So I will be surprised if Major decides to follow on through with that. Machine with a big win scouting that. And we do have him repairing this one SCV. Machine unable to kill it, but it does take away minerals, takes away mining time. And that drone scout was definitely very good, and that's why you always send it out at 13 supply. We do have the SCV for Major now going to go out and scout what Machine is doing. Overlord is going to go in the safe place, and the Marine can't even come out to kill it, while Machine does keep his drone around just to see exactly what is going to be going on. Major going to be building another supply depot. The Overlord is now in safety on that high ground. The Marine cannot kill it. And it looks like Machine just trying to find out what Major's doing. Going to be seeing that command center go down. And the Marine is going to be taking out this one drone. That drone, actually, no, it does get back home. Very nicely done by Machine getting that back out. Now Major is scouting Machine to see what he ends up seeing. Does see the gas, doesn't see 100 gas mine, so he knows that gas went down after the pool. And he's actually lifted up his barracks to take out this Overlord. And this is such a smart play by Major right now. Taking that Overlord out, the advantage that Machine had for stopping the possible 2 racks and delaying this barracks is now gone, as he has lost his initial Overlord. And that also takes away a lot of his scouting, as the Overlord wants to be poked right here to see when the Terran player ends up moving out and if he goes for Hellions or not. Did Machine see any gas? No, he didn't. He only saw this one expansion, so he won't know if a factory does get built, since there are 2 gases. I'd say a factory will be built in the immediate future, and possibly a starport and go for Banshees. We will find out exactly what will happen. That is a relatively early second gas. Factory is being built now. We will see him have 100 gas when this factory is complete, even if he decides to throw down a tech lab or a reactor on this barracks to go for Hellions. And now we have Major still being very active with that one scouting SCV. Gonna try to poke back in to see what he ends up seeing of Machine. And this will tell him, okay, do I have to be worried about a Baneling bust? Any roaches coming out? This is going to be the sign of what he wants to be seeing. And he will also come back into the gas, see only 1 drone on the gas, and this definitely tells him, okay, I shouldn't have to be worried about any early pressure unless it's 100% Lings, but he is going for reacted Hellion, so he's not going to be worried about Lings. That's all that Machine can really do at this point effectively. So Major not going to be worried about any early aggression from Machine, and in fact he will most likely be putting on himself with those Hellions that will be going out to put pressure on Machine. I know a lot of Zerg players, they do get a Roach one out just to kind of defend against Hellions. But Major knows there are not going to be any Hellions. Machine does have both of these watchtowers. And still just 1 drone on that gas. He has mined 200 gas so far this game. and we'll see if he ends up getting his lair right now. He is getting a Mako hatch. So kind of like Stefano going 3 hatches before lair. I do like that play, and he isn't taking it way over here, so that kind of shows he doesn't want to build that many lings. Still just wants to drone up as hard as he can, has 1 drone on the gas, doesn't have lings, so he can't take the expansion over here because of Hellions, so it just shows he is playing a economical route, kind of like a Spanisha style or Ice Fisher style. And now he is going to be taking his gases at 58 supply. It looked like he decided to take all 3 of those, which is relatively late, but he has got this 1 gas, so maybe it's not too late. He is also getting his lair. Definitely a little bit of a funky build coming out of Machine. Generally, when you go for the late gas, you get it at 48. But Machine did get enough for that ling speed, even though he hasn't built any lings out. In case he saw something coming, I guess he wanted to have that ling speed out. And you generally get the gases at 48 supply, but Machine getting it a little bit later just because he had this gas earlier on. We do see the lair going to be about complete, and we do have the Hellions going in to scout. That will tell Major what he has to worry about. Now he does see both of these gases are mining, and there are indeed 3 drones on this gas, of course, because he's gone up for other gases. So now Major knows, okay, he's going to have lair tech out soon. It's either going to be Infestors or Mutas. And judging based upon the Ling upgrade going on for that armor, I'm going to say Machine does go for Infestors. And if Major does see the Lings get that +1 armor and sees Banelings being morphed, he may be thinking Infestors as well, just because the Mutas are really gas intensive. You generally don't want to get Ling upgrades if you're going to be going for Mutas, at least right away, because you want to get that Muta count up as high as possible to stop the Tan player from moving out, and those Hellions have taken control of both these watchers. Actually not taking control, but taking it away from Machine, which is all the more important. We do have the 3rd base now being built by Machine as he is getting lings out. He is also researching Burrow. That is a huge indicator that Infestor play will be coming out, and lings do get a sound on 1 of those Hellions. And the Hellions going to be trying to kite these lings to the best of their ability, and does a nice juke right there. Some nice Hellion control from Major, and now Juke's back and is doing definitely a nice job cutting that. And it would be so cool if he didn't stop the ones behind and only stopped the one in front, and that would allow him to get hits off, and at the same time going to be doing a drop over at this natural, but not doing that much damage. And now the dropship going to be getting away with 6 HP. Nothing going off in the main. We do have an Overseer now coming out from Machine. Is that the speed upgrade on that Overseer? Where's an Overlord moving? No, it's not. Okay, the Overseer is just looking faster than he normally does. Speedy Gonzalez over here. Gonna be dropping a changeling to see more of this base, most likely. Or it's just gonna be hanging out right there, because I think he did catch wind of this drop with some Overlords. And the Overseer does get taken out. Has not really seen all of that much. And those Marines are going to get back. The Queen did take out the medevac. And now Major most likely has noticed the armor upgrade has gone down. Doesn't see mutas at this time at around 12 minutes. Still doesn't see any mutas out. Did he see like an infestation pit with that 1 drop? No, he didn't. But it's looking like Major should know it is going to be Infestor play. We do have a Bird Ling right here, stopping Major from taking his 3rd base. And Major is going to be pushing out. Those Lings are going to catch the tanks out of siege mode. And a little bit of indecision by Machine right there, saying, do I attack or not? As the tanks got into siege mode, and that definitely losing a lot of Lings there. Machine has canceled that 1 base, and this 3rd base most likely will be going down. I do not see Machine being able to defend this. The drones are going to be pulled off, but Major is going to go and try to take out as many drones as he can. Lifting up in the medevac, going to be going into the main while all this is going. Realizes, okay, I have more than enough to deal with this here. Going to go off into the main where there are 2 spine crawlers, and that will put an end to that drop. 14 drones have been taken out. Major going to be taking his 3rd base, and now someone is not getting the golden ticket tonight. I don't actually know if Major knows that Anna isn't Machine's fiance and it's actually in controls, but it is still kind of funny. And we do have Machine gonna be trying to take out this 1 tank. It looks like Stim going down from Major with a few Marines, but they will just not get picked up. The tank does, and that is definitely what is important. We will have infestors out momentarily. Pathogen glands is done. I don't see any infestors out on the field just yet, but the fungal growth will come, and then those Marines are not going to be that good unless they have the tank backup, which is why it is important to take out those tanks. You notice one tank is very low on HP right now. A few Marines going to get picked off. We have the Banelings coming in, but there are tanks within range, so the Banelings are going to be falling back. He really needs to get infestors out. Going to be getting 3 infestors and actually going to go for Ultralisks. And that, I don't know if I agree with that. It looks like Major is keeping up with the upgrades. Ultralisks are good in 2 situations. Your opponent is going pure mech, where you can do Ultralisk drop harassment, or you are way ahead on upgrades against Bio, because then those Marines do like 1 or 2 damage. But we do have Major keeping up with the upgrades, and he is killing Bio mech, which isn't good for Ultralisk. This is the type of Ultra play that Destiny would say, I only want to build Ultras when I'm really far ahead and want to lose the game. This is not the scenario where Ultras will be that good at. And we do have a drop coming off in the back here. This is not really to do damage. This is to keep the force positioned at the base so we can have Major take positioning up here. Also, it would be beneficial if that drop does waste Infestor energy, because he knows the Infestor count is so low just because he hasn't seen them. So each Infestor only has 1 fungal growth. If Machine wasted on these drops, then his main force is safe. And here we go, another drop going to be coming in. And this, Major doesn't care if he kills anything. We'll see Major move up as soon as he sees the forces pulled back to deal with this. You can see Machine pulling almost everything back here. And now this will be Major's turn to move up. And it looks like he is going to be moving over to the side over here. So it is just getting the army out of position, dropping 2 locations. It looks like that dropship did get away with 30 HP. Drop coming over here, and there is a fungal growth on those Marines. Does get taken out, and dropship just going over into no man's land. Maybe faking a drop. I don't know exactly what it is doing. And we do have Machine wasting quite a bit of energy on just 1 dropship when he does not have an infestor count. And they no longer have fungal growth to deal with this, which means he can no longer engage this force without fungal growth. But he's going to be doing it anyways. Going to be coming in. Those Lings are trying to get up there. Ultras do come in. The Ultras did not lead the way, but he didn't have that many Lings. Bailey's getting in, but Major has a beautiful split, leaving this 1 tank out of siege mode as it does the extra DPS. And now it's 165 supply to 139. This 3rd base is going to be falling. Going over this supply, we do see Major not losing all that much. And now there's Ultras doing some damage, but 2 have just now fallen. 1-1 versus... Well, I stand corrected. That is a pretty big differential, and Major saying the same thing I was thinking. Fungals where, but he does not know they were... Well, he does know they were wasted on that 1 medevac, along with the infested hands. So that was 2 fungal growths that Machine had that he tried to use to take out a medevac, and that was all he had. So that's definitely a little bit of a mistake. We do have Major taking his 4th base, and again, I don't know for positive if this is Major or not. And right now, if you want to leave a comment, just leave a comment saying what you think of this game so far. Make it game related, and you will be entered in a contest to win a $5 off GOM coupon. So we will be going back in the game. The tanks are going to be sieging up. I wanted to do that a little bit earlier, but I completely forgot. I have a $5 GOM ticket, and not $5 discount on GOM, and I already have a year GOM ticket, so it's no value to me. So leave a comment. We do have Overlords going to be falling. We have this 1 Marauder and a few Marines going to come over here, take out the Spine Calls. Another medevac coming in to aid this. Will be picking this up most likely as he does come in here. Tries to take out this 4th base yet again. And the 4th base looks like it will be going down. We have an Infestor. The lone Infestor going to be pulling back. What are you doing? Going to fungal growth 3 Marines. Don't know if that is worth it. We still have fungal growths on all these Infestors back here. And it looks like he may be getting infested fungal growths on those Marines. And yes, he does. This time he does get that. Major did not target those Infestors down. But it looks like Major will still be able to clean this force up. All his bio in the deep red. But we do have another drop going over to the natural, and Major just keeping up the trash talk. Just all in fun, not really insulting Machine at all. Just trying to be humorous. And this is the type of trash talk that I like. You can tell they are just trying to be funny and not hurtful. And that is definitely what makes it interesting. We do have Infestors. Looks like we have 2 fungal growths at most. No, just 1 fungal growth on this, but a lot around 50 to get another fungal growth soon. We do have this base actually making its way up, going to the workers killed 27 to 6. And 55 drones to 70 SCVs, 175 supply to 122. So it's looking like Major is definitely going to be taking this game. We do have a medevac still just chilling out right here. Drop going off back here, just killing as many drones as possible. Doesn't have that many units, and this has just been coming back constantly, abusing this little position right here. Getting so many kills. That Marine has 7, 9, 10 on the Marauder, 5 there. Forcing units to be pulled back. Machine only pulling back a handful of units, and that is definitely what he needs to do. If he pulled back all his units, he'd be worried about this base getting taken out. And the dropship still saves 2 Marines, and they're going to take out a Ling, gets the stem, and now going to be going for Overlords. And both those Marines now do fall, but at the same time, we do have Major going to be dropping over into the natural. And 44 workers killed so far. The workers have 51 drones to 70 SCVs. Lings are over here. A lot of the forces are here. Now Major going to be attacking the main mining base of Machine. Getting his tank siege up, and now we do have the Bio splitting. Great concave of the Bio to take out any Lings, and those Ultras will be going down to all the Marauders that Major does have. Does have a handful of them, and Marauders just tear apart Ultralisks. It's not even funny. There go the Man on Mules, and Major going to be taking out this 4th base. And that will pretty much be all the mining of Machine. If these drones do go down, that will be huge. But it looks like Machine does get those drones on out of there. Major with the come on, man, I'm going to go to MLG instead of you. And of course, he's on the processor tag, so it makes this BM all the more funny. We don't have him getting any more gas over here. Just mainly going for Bio. Doesn't have a gas right here. Still just mining off his natural and his main gases, pretty much, with 1 over here. Could be getting a lot more gas, but he doesn't need it. Mainly mineral heavy with all the Marines he is producing, and has kept most of the medevacs alive. Infester's going to be getting picked apart, and Machine leaves the game. And I think a big part of that game will go back, I think it was around 16 minutes. It was that one comment, where are the fungals? And you know what? We can just pause the game. Easy way to go find the game. We'll open up SC2 Gears. And here we go. We're in it. Go to in-game chat. Fungal, 1756. So we can just go to 1730 in the game. And know that's where it will be. So here's the infestors right now. 50, 125 on 2 of these. 50 on this one. So this one won't be able to fungal growth. The battle starts very soon. Maybe it will. But we will have this one deplete its energy on infested Terrans. And this one deplete its energy on using a fungal growth. So this is a big portion of Machine's energy right now on its infestors. Only has a 3. And uses 150 energy to take out this one medevac. And that means he can no longer fungal growth. And we'll see if the medevac even does fall. Nope, doesn't fall. Oh, wait. Yeah, correct. Does not fall. So now we'll have this engagement. Machine should not engage right here. He loses this base anyways. And he doesn't have any fungal growths. The tanks have the high ground. So going into this, go to the loss tab right now. We'll see if it's actually cost effective for him. Of course, he's going to lose this base anyways. There is a drop going off back here. I don't know if I caught this drop or not, but there's a drop Baneling and Lings right there to deal with it. But main thing, looking at that, units lost. So Major, before that, was 3,100 because that medevac did go down to the Queen, did not drop the units. So 3,100 when this battle started, the tank falling, that brings up to 3,450. So 1,500 difference before the battle. Leaving the tank out of siege, was targeting those ultralights down. And there was a 1,500 differential. Keep in mind. Trying to get that one infester. Will have energy to fungal growth. Could fungal growth, actually. But that hatch does fall, and now these ultras will be falling as well. And then Infestor most likely will be going down. The tank immediately took it, fires that down. And these two ultras, hopefully they don't go and engage. That would be definitely an extension. And now the difference is 2,300. So Machine lost the hatch anyways. And if he waited to engage with his Infestors, he could engage when he had the high ground. And he had fungal growth. The hatch going down, if he lost the battle, it would have went down anyways. And I don't think there was any hopes of him winning that battle to begin with. Of course, he doesn't know what the army was like, but I think in that situation it was much better to sacrifice the hatch, maybe get a few more lings out, bring lings back here, and try to go for a flank, instead of just going engaging on the ramp, especially when there's a concave, high ground, all that, and no fungal growth. Major had all the advantages in the world. So now we'll go into the SE2 gears, analyzing. If you missed it again, just leave a comment about this game, anything about it at all. You'd enjoy the BM, whatever. Just say it there, and tomorrow when I cast, I will randomly pick a guy. They will get my $5 discount to GOM. Actually, it won't be tomorrow. It will be Tuesday's cast. I won't leave at least... No, what is today? Today's Tuesday. Thursday's cast, I'll announce the winner, because I want to leave 24 hours, at least. To be fair to all time zones. So going back into SE2 gears, I did pull up a few more major games, so I want to pull the hotkeys, and we'll look at this. So, the start of the game, you do see all at once, and you'll see these just look very similar. This is him pressing all the hotkeys. One of the reasons I think it is major, just because this looks similar. We can go into the APM now. We see EAPM 133, 131, 134, 129. EAPM is all around the same. Micro APM 132, 135, 128, 127. So, I mean, it looks like it could be major. That's not 100% positive, but it's enough where I put money that it is in fact major. But again, I cannot be positive. But we'll go back into this game since this is the one we casted. Going into main building control for Machine, the 10-minute mark. We'll see how he does fare. 8.6 seconds. Not bad. Not bad at all. There's nothing really I can say about that. At the end of the game, well, this is where he starts to fall apart. 14.8 seconds. Not bad, really. At the 20-minute mark. Could be better. And then near the end of the game, it does go down to 30 seconds, pretty much 28 seconds. Builds and tech, let's look at ability groups. You won't see too much Infestor usage. 3 Infestitarians, 25 Fungal Growths, 28 Banelings, 73 Injects. Major, 15 Scans, 52 Stims, 20 Mules. Pretty boring. Going into the units, this is where I think Machine could have went better. He had 23 Infestors. It sure did not look like 23 Infestors. So his Infestor control that game was definitely slacking. There's no reason to really lose your Infestors. You get the Fungal Growth and get out of there. Let's go into the game, actually. Let's look at how Machine has at hockey. Since he was losing the Infestors, this is something I really like doing. Looking at players who lose Infestors and who don't, generally, they have their Infestors on the same hotkey as their army. So... go and deal with that drop. Deal with this drop. So you can see Machine just pulled those Infestors back, and he has them on different. So, okay, he has them on different hotkeys. I don't know. I guess he was just a little flustered. Maybe it's because they didn't have energy most of the time, because Major was so active. I don't know. It just didn't seem like he had 23 Infestors out. 254 Lings, 194 Marines, 25 Tanks, 40 Marauders, 20 Ultras, 23 Infestors. What else is there? We did APM. You guys saw... Oh, we didn't see Machine's APM. 52 Macro for Machine, 66 for Major, and, actually, we gotta pull this back up. 52, 65... Major had more macro, 110, 132. Major had more micro. Redundancy, though, Machine had much less, 25% versus the 32%, 120 versus 133. Not too much. Resources spent. This would be a good one. Machine did spend more minerals than Major. That's common. By more, I mean 7,000 more. And gas, we had Machine spend about 7,000 more gas than Major. So that'll pretty much do it for this cast. And before we end it, I just want to see how Machine does his injects. Looks like maybe a backspace method. Has all the hatches hotkeyed right here. Start of the game, he does have these two individually. I don't see at any point how he hotkeys this one hatch. Not a queen there. I'm assuming he does backspace into early game. He goes between 5 and 6. And that's why you see his injects kind of fall off once he gets his third hatch. We'll see how well that does go. Does the third hatch kind of fall out of sync? In building control. Yeah. Every hatch beyond the 5 and 6, he's not really looking at all that much. This one he's actually is, so it looks like it is the backspace maybe. I don't know exactly. Hope you guys enjoyed the cast. Take care, and I will see you tomorrow.